So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my paranormal experiences. More specifically, I'm going to be doing my paranormal experiences in my dreams. I have suffered through a lot of dream paralysis, and I just want to tell you guys my experience about it. And basically, over so many times that I have dream paralysis, I have learned to control them. And I'm going to tell you guys technically kind of how I did it, but let me just tell my experiences because to me they're so freaking scary. So the first time I ever experienced dream paralysis, actually wait, hold up, let me explain what dream paralysis is. Dream paralysis is basically when your body is asleep and your mind is awake. Some people don't know if they're actually in a dream state or if it's real, if it's not real, because sometimes it feels like you're really awake. To this day, I don't know if I'm awake for these or not. At least in the beginning of them, I didn't know if I ever was awake or not because they felt just so real. A lot of people claim that they see shadow figures, they see demonic spirits, they see like many different things, and they can actually feel the being touch them, and that they'll wake up with scratches, and the same thing that happened in their dream paralysis. So I feel like you are asleep. Well, actually, I don't know if you're asleep or not, but a lot of my experiences, I felt like I was really awake, and other ones, like I could totally say that I was asleep. But let's just get into it. First off, the first time I ever experienced dream paralysis was at my old apartment. I was about, I want to say 13, and it was the most horrible experience ever. I was afraid of my closet when I was younger, and honestly anything like that I could see through, and it was just completely dark. But one thing was my closet. I disliked my closet. So I was home alone and I was asleep, and I remember waking up. Like, I remember waking up, but I couldn't move. I couldn't scream, I couldn't do anything, and I was home alone. Like, I could see I was home alone, which was really weird because when I woke up, I was home alone. So let me paint the scenery for you. So basically, we had one little room. Let's pretend it's a square. My bed, my parents' bed. We slept side by side, and you just had one little, like, I guess little gap you can walk through. But our beds were like side by side. And why I think is so freaky, and I don't know if I was actually awake or not awake, was the fact that, and when my dream or paralysis, I knew that I was home alone. But how was I gonna know I was home alone if I actually wasn't awake or wasn't awake? That's the thing that really gets to me. Do you guys get me? Like, my parents had left to go grocery shopping, right? And early in the morning. So in my dream, I was home alone. But then when I woke up, I was home alone. But how did my dream self know I was home alone? That's the thing that really gets to me. I hope I am being clear enough. But like I was saying, I woke up and I couldn't move, and I looked straight to my closet and something was there, and I could clearly see it there. And once I saw it there, I closed my eyes. No, I did not see it clearly exactly what it was, but to me it looked like a black figure, and that's usually what people see. And I could just feel it being there, and I could feel it, and I kind of started flying around in circles, and just started flying around the room, and it was creeping me out. And I was just there, not moving, just praying, hoping that it would go away. And I was just telling myself, wake up, like, come on, like, move, wake up. And then finally, after I could scream, the thing went flying out, and it slammed my door. Like, the door was open, and it slammed it. And when I woke up, my parents were home alone. I mean, my parents are home alone. I was home alone, and my door was shut. And it was the most horrible experience. I got up, I called my parents, and told them to get home quickly, that I had a horrible dream. And I was just so freaked out, and I didn't want to be there. And after that, I would have a lot of consecutive dreams like that, where I would just couldn't move. And I've kind of just, ever since then, I've kind of always just had them. Another one that I could vividly really remember was I was now living in this apartment, in this room that I'm in right now, and I had another dream paralysis. And I remember that, but this one was a little weird. This is how I know this one was a dream, because that other one, I wasn't sure. But this one, I knew it was a dream because, I'll tell you why. So I was in my room, and I couldn't move, and I could just see like a bunch of figures around me, and it was freaky, and it was eerie, and I hated it, and I couldn't move, and I could just feel them. Like, it was like a couple of them, and I could just feel them around me, and it felt so horrible. None of them have ever touched me, but like they were around me, and it was horrible. And finally I could kind of feel them breathing on me, and it felt really horrible. And then I was just praying, hoping that it would just go away. And finally, from my dream paralysis, I got up. So I know this is a dream because eventually, like, you're gonna, oh, let me just tell you, let me just explain. Okay, so in my dream state paralysis, I finally got up. This is one of the first couple of times that now I started to control my dreams, and I got up from the dream paralysis dream that I was having. So I got up, and then I bolted out my door, and I was gonna head straight to my parents' room when something legit held me to the wall. So basically it went to the wall, right? It just held me there, and I was just screaming. I was trying to breathe because something was holding me against the wall. I couldn't see its face, but I knew it was right in front of me. It never touched me. It was just kind of like a force, right? And it was just choking me, and eventually I got out. I like bursted out, basically like saying a prayer, and I woke up. So that was one of the first couple of times, like, from my dream paralysis. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I was having dream paralysis in my dream, and I got up. And ever since kind of then, I kind of learned to tell myself, like, oh, this is a dream. And I've had so many of these dreams where I have dream paralysis, I can't move, and like I see things, and like I feel things around me, and like, and I get bruises and all that, that I just kind of learned to control them. I mean, I'm a Christian, and I have a really big faith, and I'm pretty sure because I have a huge imagination, and I am Christian, and I feel like I'm really connected to the spiritual world, is the fact that I see these things, I can feel these things more than other people, because I really feel that since a young age I've been connected. I can never really see them, but I have felt them a couple of times in my life, and I feel like through the biggest things that I see them is my dreams. My dreams get really vivid, and I dislike them. So that's one of the first times that I actually got to break from my dream paralysis. And then a couple of times I've basically been in a dream state, and okay, so this one was just recent. Okay, this one gets, to me now I look at it, as kind of funny, but in the moment I'm not even scared anymore. These two dreams that I've just told you, I've been so terrified. But this, I've had so many of these dreams that I'm not scared anymore. And it kind of sucks because the fact that I have such dark dreams, I'm not scared of them anymore. Like, there was one, okay, so I had one, like, I want to say like last week or 2 weeks ago. I was in my room. I had dream paralysis again. And I was just like, oh, okay, here we go again. Like, even in my own dreams, I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. I couldn't move. I saw the figure, right? And it was standing at my door. My door was open. And I was like, okay, that's weird because I always sleep with my door closed. And I could see it there. And then I happened to have a friend sleep over. So I was having a dream, like my dream, I was having paralysis. And I had a friend over. And my friend's like, oh my God, do you see it? Do you see that? I was like, yeah, like I can't move. Like I could talk, but I couldn't move. And then finally I got up. And I turned on the light, and the figure crawled under my bed, and it was so freaky, right? It crawls under my bed, and then I started basically saying a prayer out loud and saying, in Jesus' name, you are not going to be here. And I was so brave. This is how much immune I am to my dreams. I would never do this in the past when I was 13 years old. But now in my dreams, I was like, no, like, you are getting out. Like, I knew in my own dream that I was in a dream. I was like, no, you need to get out of here. And I really crawled under my bed, and I grabbed it by its legs, and I crawled it out. And I was like, you need to go away. And I said my prayer, and it disappeared. And a lot of dreams that I'm having now are like that. It's basically me knowing that I'm dreaming. And like when something scary wants to get in my dream, I tell it like, no, you're not allowed here. And it's freaky because I will have normal dreams where I'm in school and out of nowhere like a figure will appear, and I'll just be like, no, like you need to go away, like I'm dreaming, this is not real. And that was another case. Like I literally grabbed it and said a prayer, and I was like, you need to go away. And then it just poofed out. And then I just continued on with my day. My friend was like super freaked out. Honestly, do you ever have a lot of like friends or people who come into your dream that aren't really a person, they're just kind of a person that you made up in your head? Like, yeah, I honestly have like a lover in my own dream head that I don't know who he is. Like, he's literally just a made-up person in my head. I don't know who he is. I don't know. I've never seen him. At least I can't picture him out like, yeah, this is like Bob that I have in my chem class. Like, no, I have no clue who this person is. But I can't think of any other like paranormal kind of stuff that I had. I've had pretty creepy ones. I've had little kids in my dreams where they're just laughing at me, where I go to basements, and just really, really freaky dreams, and I don't understand them. I've had like, I woke up before and I could hear laughter in my room, and I could hear stuff like that. But like I said, I'm like a really, really strong believer in God, and I'm a Christian, so I just feel like I'm just happen to be in tuned more. Well, not only because I do have a relationship, but I feel like there's some people that are more sensitive than others. Some people can feel it more, and I feel like I'm one of those. So that's why throughout my whole childhood I've been afraid of things. Like my first place I ever lived in, I was afraid of the bathroom. Not the closet, the bathroom. My bathroom had curtains. There was no reason why I should have been afraid of the bathroom, but I was terrified of my bathroom. My second place, the closet. I wasn't afraid of the bathroom anymore. I was afraid of the closet. This third place, which is the one I'm living now, I was completely afraid. The first time I ever moved into my room, I was completely afraid of my room. And I can tell you guys why I was afraid of my room if you want me to. Because I did have an experience in my room and it was really crazy, but obviously because God is with me, it's completely fine now. I love my room. I love being in my room. But when I first moved into my room, I did have a crazy wild story. And it wasn't my dreams. It was an actual, like, I was awake. All of these have been my dreams. So that's it for today's video. I really hope that you have enjoyed my video. And if you want more videos like this, let me know. So just stay tuned for more videos. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I will be back. Till next time. Bye.